Hey there, welcome to the first video that I have shot in the Oran Mor Wholistic Center. This is fun. And I am with my dear friend, Yvonne Czarniak, who is with us through Zoom from Chicagoland. Hey, Yvonne.
Hi, thank
Well,
you.
yeah, this is fun. It's fun to have a different background than the thing I always use at home for Zoom. So I may be coming up with all kinds of different times when I Zoom down here because what the heck, we have choices. So I am just delighted to have this opportunity to interview Yvonne for a brief video here so that you can get to know her like I do, maybe a little. It's part of something that I just came up with called Meet the Instructor, because I get all excited about the classes that we're doing through the center. Usually because it's somebody that I know and I love what they do. And that is absolutely true in this case. So Yvonne is a certified Yang form Tai Chi instructor. Did I get it all right?
That's it. Yes, that's correct. Excellent.
Yeah, I didn't write out all the words on my cheat sheet here. I just shortened it. But and then she is also, the thing that she and I have in common, we met while we were doing our training together in Eden Energy Medicine, which is now known as the Eden Method, the work of Donna Eden. And we had gotten through our whole 2 years and not encountered anyone. Excuse me, we did encounter someone, not encountered one another until we reached the point of our teacher training, which was a smaller group. And then we were in small groups together, and our friendship has continued since then, which I think we just decided that was back in 2012. So it's really fun for me to be able to spotlight Yvonne and this other side of what she does, and let you know more about it. But just to finish the last part, we're both certified practitioners of Eden Energy Medicine, but Yvonne is also, and clinical and instructors, but then she is also an advanced practitioner. So if you see this and you've been interested in that work, she can do the advanced work of that body of work. So she works with energy in a lot of ways, and Tai Chi is also one of those. So
Yes,
Yvonne, how long have you been doing Tai Chi?
it's been 20 years now since I've been teaching.
Since you've been
I
teaching, and then you
teaching. I,
practiced for a while before that?
yes, so 3 more years prior to that is when I was going through my training, and 1997 is when I started the Tai Chi journey,
Uh-huh.
and it took me into that journey just through wanting to de-stress and really become more present with myself and learn something new. And I said, well, I'll just take a Tai Chi class, and off it went.
And here we are today with you offering Zoom classes
Yes.
and in-person classes for where you live. Well, can you tell us in your words, I mean, you already mentioned what drew you to it, kind of, I mean, the beginning point, but what is Tai Chi, and what is it that really pulled you in once you started doing it? Because obviously you liked it.
Yes, yes, just a little.
I should bring that into present tense. Obviously, y'all like the stuff.
I think I liked it, yes. So Tai Chi is actually Chinese martial art. And the way that I present and teach it, it's done for health and wellness. I was surprised at the very beginning when I was learning the Tai Chi form, how it related to the martial arts and the moves that you worked with in the single forms to put them together, to do the short or long forms. So in Tai Chi, using it for health and wellness, it's the opening, the lengthening, the strengthening of the muscles, and your breathing. So you really take deep cleansing breaths and match up your movements so that your whole body gets fed oxygen, and it improves so many different realms between your aches and pains, getting mobility back, strengthening up the muscles, better balance, and just continually working with the form. When you're working with Tai Chi, there's really no arrival of, oh, I finished. It's a journey. It's consistent. It's learning the forms and then connecting them all together. It's adding in the breath work. It's calming the nervous system. So it's just a continual practice that you play with, you know, just over and over again. When I took the Tai Chi classes, I struggled in the beginning with actually it being so slow, because I came from the corporate world and everything was, okay, let's get going, do.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we were doing the forms, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so slow. Can we get on to the next form? I just struggled. But after a little while, I started to breathe and get into the moves of the forms, and I was amazed at how I felt after class. And it cleared my head, my body felt good, I was in a good mood, and it carried on, like, you know, throughout the day. The next day I slept great. I was like, hey, I think there's something about this Tai Chi. So it made me keep going just because I liked the way I felt. And then I just continued on and went from short form to long form and got my certificate. And my instructor said, hey, would you like to student teach? And what's the best way to learn?
Teach.
Exactly. So
Yep,
I said,
that's for
sure.
sure.
And, you know, it just evolved by itself, you know, and I grabbed it and ran, and here I am 20 years later still teaching. And you know, it's grown into, you know, beginning, intermediate, advanced, seated Tai Chi, Zoom Tai Chi. I mean, it's just wonderful. And the community that it creates with people that just want more and want more peace, want, you know, better health, moving the arthritis from the body, the relaxation, it just reaches so many areas that we need now, you know, to help balance.
More than ever. Yeah. And now you had mentioned to me a little piece of community building in one of your in-person classes, where I think on one of our visits back and forth to Nebraska to Chicago, I commented on your socks, and you said that the entire Tai Chi class in one group has been together for a long time and everybody got the same socks or something like that.
Yeah, so again, that's part of the community. They've been with me for years and years, and then all of a sudden, you know, it was our seated Tai Chi. It became like a sock thing, because then we would work with our feet and roll our ankles, you know, like giving them exercise, and everybody would wear socks. We'd match them one week, we'd wear different ones in the next week. Holiday socks, so we had Halloween socks.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, it's just making it fun. You just keep adding to it. It's good energy.
That sounds wonderful. I love it. And so the classes that we've been talking, I mean, this obviously came up that we could do this and you could offer things through the center because of Zoom. Have you felt like that community has continued to grow through Zoom in just a different way?
Yes, so you know, it kind of started with the people that were in my class but have moved away, maybe different state or different location. Once we had to move to Zoom, you know, on purpose, then those people were able to join back into class, and the community of, oh my gosh, there's so and so, how are you doing, and all of that. And my classes now, you know, I have people from Canada, so it's gone international. So it's very fun to pull in like-minded people or people with the same goals that want to really work with their health and their energy and bring more balance.
Yeah. Well, we're off book now. She didn't know I was going to talk about socks. That just I surprised her, but you handled that very well, sister. So, if you saw me looking at my notes, I'm back to book. If you could tell us, I don't know, in a few words, what would you say the focus of your classes? Is that something we've already covered, or is that still
Oh, yeah.
a good place
So,
to go?
yeah, I mentioned a little bit of it, just describing Tai Chi, but when we get into the class itself, a lot of my focus is actually on two things. Breathing, so it's the deep, long cleansing breaths. I call it breathing on purpose, to match
I
up
like
with
that.
some of the forms and do cleansing breaths, and you really get deep into the belly breaths, to help bring in more oxygen and slow your systems down so that you feel more calm and at peace. The other aspect is balance, and balance in two different ways. So you have balance on your feet. That's where most people think of balance. Where's my balance? I don't have any balance. So strengthening up the legs, having good footworks, working on where's my balance on your feet, and then the balance of the right and left sides of the body. So typically we're dominant on one side, weaker on the other, and so in this particular Tai Chi, which is temple form, whatever we do on the right, do on the left, and whatever we do on the left, we do on the right. So then you start to balance out both sides of the body. So then you operate more evenly and
Mm.
strengthen both sides, so that if you need to use one side or the other side, you're okay. It's not just weak on one and strong on the
That was the words that I had forgotten about describing your work, temple form. I remember seeing that when we talked about it before. Yeah. So I love that piece, breathing on purpose. That sounds like a whole video in and of itself, but you may see that as I post this video to let people know about the classes that you have coming up. Um, and so in August, we had, well, you've had it for a while now, beginning Tai Chi and beginning seated Tai Chi. And then I hear that you get to do seated Tai Chi in person again where you live. And so that will, so then just going forward right now, who knows where, when people will see this video. I mean, you're going to have to check oranmorcenter.org or chiblessings.com, correct?
Yes, that's my website.
chiblessings.com, and that's Yvonne's website. Yeah, so check whenever you watch this to see what's current, because we're here in August of 2020 talking about what's happening next. So so then there will be a beginning Tai Chi class starting on September 4th, going on Fridays in September at 10 a.m. And you can register for that through the Oran Mor Center or through Yvonne, either way. And who knows what'll happen in the future. I just had an idea. Have you taught a combo class yet that was both in person and or, well, no, I guess I know the answer. I guess I'll go ahead and ask that. Have you taught combo at all?
No, not yet, because everything was in person,
Right. Yeah.
and then we
Yeah.
shifted to Zoom.
Yeah, and I guess that's not what exactly even what I was thinking. I said combo, but what I saw in my head as a possibility, we'll just float this. I was even imagining, with the space in the center, if there were people that would love to do it, that are ready to get out, but not be in a gym where there's a lot of people, maybe there is a space where a few people could be social distanced doing it on Zoom in the center. That might be a possibility where, it could be set up. We'll see. We'll see.
Yes, options.
It just popped into my head. So who knows what might get created in the future. But really, that I have seen you do Tai Chi where more than one person was in a room. So really, you do have on your video feed, as long as they're in the frame, you can see what they're doing. And that brings up a question about class. Do you stop much to give instruction like, hey, watch that knee, or, relax your
Yeah.
shoulders, or is it more general for the whole class, or is there specific one-on-one instruction too?
It's more general only because everybody shows up so small on the
Yeah.
screen.
Yeah.
I don't always see.
Yeah.
Or people have their cameras off, which is totally fine.
Oh, good point. Good point. Some
Yes.
people might want to know if other people have to see them.
Yeah, no, not at all.
What a
Exactly.
wonderful gift for some people to just be able
Yes.
to have a live teacher, but not have
Yeah.
anybody see them. Oh my gosh,
I
how
have people joking with me saying I'm turning off my camera because I'm still in my pajamas.
fun. Fair
Okay.
enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's
You can
right.
see me from this side and then I'm going to shut it off. I
Yes.
love
Yeah.
it.
So usually I ask people, I open the floor up for questions. So after we've done, the first half of the class or part of the class is warm-up exercises, and the
Mhm.
second half of the class is actual Tai Chi form that we start to link together to make it a short form sequence. And
Gotcha.
during that time, I'll ask, does anybody have any questions? How's your breathing? How's your footwork?
Mhm.
Are your hands doing what you want them to do? We'll just ask general, and then people ask questions, and then we, demonstrate or tweak, or, they'll describe something to me. So we
Yeah.
have conversation. So it is back and forth. It's not just me standing, going blah, 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 blah. It's an interaction.
Well, I apologize if it looked like I was distracted, but I wasn't really. I was just focusing on things I want to highlight later when we talk to people. Breathing on purpose and Tai Chi in your PJs are highly likely to be phrases you see when I tell people about these classes later. So,
There you go.
so people
It's
are
a
in the
good thing.
know if they've seen this. So.
Yes. Yes.
Well, thank you so much for doing this. And, that whole idea about having it here on Zoom, that's going to be by request. And I'm going to have to get enough requests that, we could do it and make it worthwhile to do it. But this video might be the invitation for that to happen. And who knows? It could be that you get little pods in different places. So what are the possibilities of
Yes.
how your Tai Chi could go about the globe?
Exactly. We can make it even more international.
That'd be cool. All right, my dear. Well, thank you for coming on. We want to keep this short enough that people will watch it, but I think it's so much fun being with you, and I look forward to seeing you have lots for people in your classes. And for all of you, if your body has been needing something different, this is such a gentle and yet powerful type of movement and way to connect with your body and way to connect with your energy. And she and I didn't even get into the part where Tai Chi and energy medicine just go together like hand in glove. So
Yes, they do.
that maybe is another video.
There you go.
There we go. All right. Well, thank you, Yvonne, and bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.